Listen, Monk Mo gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, at the end of the day, you guys have to learn how to check everything from the start. A lot of people end up with oh, you're gonna throw away 8 years. I've been with you for 8 years just to find out you were sleeping around with my cousin. You were sleeping around with my best friend. Listen, they did not check the disrespect from the start. She called you a boy from the start. Mr. King 6'8" the Great. He tried to get the number at the airport. She said boy, and he still went ahead and tried to still get the number. Listen, if you don't check the disrespect, and I don't mean go back and forth by checking like, oh, what you mean you gonna call me a boy? Listen, F you, listen, come behind that counter right now. I DD to you like, what's up? What's really up? Listen, no, I don't mean check like that. What I mean by checking the disrespect from the start, if you gotta run, then run away. If you gotta walk away, then walk away. If you gotta chuck up the deuces, chuck up the deuces. At the end of the day, if you avoid the disrespect from the start, it will never get worse. Because listen, you got to understand, people who disrespect you are people who don't see you as the leader. They don't see you as being a person that can lead, and that's fine. If they don't see you as that person, they can go that way, they can go that way, they can go that way. But we are on a straight path to a straight destination. The destination is straight ahead. Dudes get halfway, and if they keep going straight, they'll be there. But they're going to turn around and leave the Lambo dealership. Instead of going straight to the Lambo dealership, they're going to turn around. Oh, it looks like it's going to take too long. We might miss out. What are you talking about? You're going to miss out. You should never have fear. Fear is not of God. Why do you have the fear of missing out? Who told you about you're going to miss out? What? The agent Smiths? Don't listen to the agents. This is the Matrix. Listen, you have to understand. A lot of dudes, they want to fit in. You cannot want to fit in. You have to follow your map. What does your map tell you? The map tells you it's straight. Why would you turn the ship all the way around? At the end of the day, you got to understand. Listen, if you check all disrespect from the start, you will never have to worry about a back door. You will never have to worry about an ulterior motive. Because see, what happens is with humans, no matter how much 48 laws of power, how much art of seduction books they read, they always will have a common pattern. You have to understand pattern of recognition when it comes to humans. Humans are very robotic. They have patterns in life. They're going to do the same thing. It's easy. They're going to do this, then they might do that, but then they're going to eventually do this and do this and do that again. At the end of the day, it's a pattern. Red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 red, red, red. It's a pattern. At the end of the day, if you don't check the disrespect, if you don't end a relationship the first time, the disrespect is only going to get worse. They start off by throwing in little jokes about you. Then it turns into, oh, shut up now. Then it turns into, psh. Then it turns in, but at first it started off with a ha 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 ha. It started off as a Lil Durk. It started off as a Lil Durk video. It started off as a Lil Durk song. At the end of the day, the disrespect will only get worse and worse and worse. If you give somebody an inch, they will take a mile. Now, you have to learn how to avoid all disrespect on the way to the goal. On the way to the destination, you have to avoid all disrespect. If I allow people to disrespect me in the comments, listen, the disrespect will only get worse and worse and worse. YouTubers like iShowSpeed, those guys get disrespect. It started off as iShowSpeed get disrespecting himself. He got in the shower with Kai Cenat. Then it starts with going to a country, allowing people to disrespect him, and he does nothing about it. He didn't say Now I'm gonna get security and y'all all gonna back up and nobody's gonna be in my videos. I'm gonna just do content alone. No, it's gonna eventually get worse and worse and worse. Then he start rubbing oil on greasy, hairy dudes' back, wrestling them, getting hung upside down. Then it started off going to other countries. Now they handing him cotton, say, yeah, we don't like your skin color. Listen, I keep telling you, it's pattern of recognition. If people see that you got disrespected the first time and you didn't stand up for yourself, or at least walk away, listen, or turn the other cheek like Jesus said, you guys are not turning the other cheek. A lot of dudes are in relationship due to lust problems. They never will turn the other cheek. They scared to end the relationship because they're scared to lose the coochie. At the end of the day, so now a woman can go from calling you a boy, then she can call you a bitch, then she can call you a ban. It started off as a boy, then a bitch, then a bitchan. Then it starts with the Holly Bailey when she was slapping DDG. Boom. Then it starts with now you gotta get on child support because you're a dangerous man, because you wanted to push her and chip her tooth. But first it started out with disrespect from the mouth. Then it started off with, oh, now you a bitch. Oh, then it started off with, then next it moved to ban. Then you still didn't check it. You let it slide for 3 different occasions. Then it comes with physical disrespect. Boom, shut up. Listen, at the end of the day, a person who fully respects you, well, you will never have to go through that. Then it will start off with the average old people talking about, oh, I was with you for 8 years. You just gonna throw away 8 years just like that? No, you didn't throw it away when they disrespected you the first time. If you give people an inch, they will take a mile. They will throw 20 years away. It does not matter about the years. If they disrespect you, they have plans to take that mile. If you never allow them to take that mile, if you leave the situation, if you end a relationship, if you close out the business deal, even with business, if somebody, listen, if they don't show up on time, listen, just like a job, they're fired. Listen, some jobs, if you don't show up one time, one no call, no show, that's cut off. You're fired. At the end of the day, you have to treat relationships like business also. Not in a PIMP way, but in a respect way. A lot of dudes, the reason why you gotta, oh, you gonna throw away 8 years just like that? Why didn't you tell me? No, they showed you the first time when they called you a BAN. They showed you already, I don't respect you. When a woman argues with you, yells at you, talks down on you like you a little boy, she started off calling you boy. It started off as the little, let me just see if I can, you feel me? Boy, if you let that slide, oh, she doesn't call her boss a boy. She calls you a boy. That is disrespectful. A lot of dudes wouldn't even let a white man call them a boy. So why would you let your significant other call you a boy? Listen, it's all business. That's bad business. Listen, you don't hate her. You don't have to hate her. You don't have to, what you said? Boom. You don't have to Ray Rice her and TKO her on an elevator. What you should do is turn the other cheek. You don't have to Chad Ochocinco her. All you have to do is turn the other cheek. You don't have to Shannon Sharp, Gabby, I'ma choke you. Gabby, I'ma choke you. The disrespect started off as 25 a cheek. A guy she respects and really wants to hit it, she wouldn't charge him 25 a cheek. She's charging you 25 a cheek because she thinks you're a bum. She thinks you're sweet as Pop-Tart. She don't think you're a bum. She just thinks you're sweet as Pop-Tart. She thinks you're a lick. That's starting off on the wrong foot. At the end of the day, because he started off on the wrong foot, you came into the relationship with lust already. You already disrespected yourself. Why are you lusting? Lust destroys kings. If you don't want to be destroyed, then destroy lust. Listen, lust is your enemy. Listen, your lust is your enemy, but it's your lust. You gotta destroy your lust with a samurai sword. At the end of the day, if you don't destroy your lust, you already started off in a disrespectful position. Now you got the, she keep blowing my phone up. She keep dogging me out on the phone. I know dudes, girls be blowing their phone up 100 times in a row just for her to dog them out. And they still go back home to that. Now, if she sets them up, is she technically wrong? Because he allowed this. This is what you allowed. A lot of guys want to play the victimhood mindset. Why are you a victim as a man? You are strong. You are supposed to be a gladiator. Look at the biceps. This is what high testosterone looks like. How are you getting disrespected and you are strong? You're supposed to be strong enough to walk away. You're supposed to be strong enough to be 10 toes down, strong enough to be by yourself. At the end of the day, listen, the respect is everything. If the respect is everything, you will only have good business. If you're setting up business deals in the future and they're not on time, listen, it's cut off. Everything is cut off. They're disrespecting your time. It started off as disrespecting your time. Now, it's going to be coming in late. You want to write an ebook? Now it's going to come in late. This is not how I wanted the ebook. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. Then it's going to start coming, I need 50,000 to help you do it. Listen, at the end of the day, you got to understand, it starts off as subtle disrespect. It starts off as small disrespect. He let me slide? Bet. Boom. Medium disrespect. Now they about to boom. And that's where the setup comes in. That's where the back door comes in. That's what she gonna put me on child support? I thought she said she loved me. Yeah, she said she loved you, but she also called you a boy, showing she doesn't respect you. Your respect as a man is everything. You don't have to go back and forth with her. Girl, what you just called me? All you have to do is deuces. I'm not getting disrespected by nobody. Listen, at the end of the day, if you don't respect yourself, who will? If you don't love yourself, you'll never love her. It's all lust because you lust and now you lust after her. You didn't destroy your lust, so you lust after her. You could never love her because you never loved yourself. If you loved yourself, you would always pick the right partner. You wouldn't have to go from partner to partner to partner. A lot of people, they got to keep dating, go from this relationship, this relationship, this relationship, this relationship. None of those work out. This relationship, because they are getting disrespected. They do not respect themselves. A man who gives his sexual self to anybody, to a lot of different women, listen, you do not respect yourself. All you need is one wife at the end. Learn to love yourself first. That's why I'm going 7 to 10 years monk mode. No SCX for 7 to 10 years. I don't care how high they turn up the gravity levels. I don't care how high it gets. Listen, increase the volume. Like on Dragon Ball Z in a hyperbolical time chamber when Vegeta was on the ground. Listen, increase the gravity levels. Nobody will play us. At the end of the day, it will all work out if it starts off as respect and always has to be respect, so on until the end. It will always work out. If you respect yourself, it will work out. If you don't respect yourself, it will not work out. A lot of dudes, they don't even work out. Bars, because they don't respect themselves. Listen, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.